The story begins with Bella Swan, known as Bella, leaving the warm, sunny climate of Phoenix, Arizona. Her decision is not driven by excitement or adventure, but by responsibility. Bella chooses to live with her father, Charlie Swan, so her mother can travel freely with her new husband. Bella does not frame this as a sacrifice, but the tone makes it clear she is used to placing others' needs before her own. Forks is everything Phoenix is not. It is small, isolated, constantly wet, and surrounded by dense forests. Bella immediately feels out of place. She is uncomfortable with attention, unfamiliar with small-town life, and deeply aware that she is different from the people around her. Charlie, a quiet and well-meaning man, struggles to communicate his feelings. He shows care through actions rather than words, buying Bella a truck and giving her space. Their relationship is polite, cautious, and slightly distant, shaped by years of separation. At Forks High School, Bella becomes an object of curiosity almost instantly. Her arrival disrupts the monotony of the small student population. Though she does not seek attention, it follows her anyway. Bella meets several classmates who attempt to include her, though she feels little emotional connection to them. She is observant, reserved, and often detached from her surroundings, watching rather than participating. It is here that Bella first notices the Cullens. The Cullen family stands apart from everyone else. They are strikingly attractive, unnaturally pale, and visibly distant. They sit together, speak little to outsiders, and seem disconnected from the normal rhythms of the school. Among them, one student captures Bella's attention immediately, Edward Cullen. Edward reacts to Bella with visible hostility during their first biology class together. His behavior is confusing and unsettling. He appears angry, tense, and repelled by her presence, though Bella has done nothing to provoke him. This moment plants the first seed of mystery. Shortly after their first encounter, Edward disappears from school for several days. Bella is left confused and oddly affected by his absence, despite barely knowing him. When he returns, his demeanor has changed completely. Edward now treats Bella with calm politeness and even quiet curiosity. The hostility is gone, replaced with something more controlled and intense. Bella senses that she is missing important information, but she cannot identify what it is. Their conversations are brief but charged. Edward seems to know things about Bella he should not know, and he often speaks as if he is struggling with an internal conflict. Bella begins to notice strange details. Edward never eats, avoids physical contact, and reacts instantly to situations that should require thought or effort. His movements are too fast, his strength unnatural. The mystery deepens when Bella narrowly avoids a serious accident in the school parking lot. A van skids out of control, heading directly toward her. Edward appears beside her instantly, stopping the vehicle with his bare hands. The event is witnessed, undeniable, and impossible. Bella confronts Edward, demanding an explanation. He dismisses the incident, offering weak excuses and urging her to forget it ever happened. His refusal to explain only strengthens Bella's determination to uncover the truth. This moment marks a turning point. Bella is no longer merely curious. She is actively searching for answers. Despite the danger implied by Edward's secrecy, Bella is drawn to him. Their conversations grow longer and more personal. Edward oscillates between closeness and distance, warmth and warning. He tells Bella repeatedly that she should stay away from him, though his actions contradict his words. This contradiction becomes central to their relationship. Bella, who has always felt separate from her surroundings, finds that Edward sees her clearly. He listens, remembers, and reacts to her presence in ways that feel deeply personal. For the first time, Bella feels truly noticed. Bella begins researching Forks, local legends, and history. Through stories about the Quileute tribe and cold weather myths, she encounters references to creatures that avoid sunlight and possess unnatural strength. The pieces begin to align. Edward's behavior, the Cullens' isolation, their beauty, speed, and strength, and their absence during sunny weather all point toward a single conclusion. Edward is a vampire. Rather than reacting with fear, Bella feels a sense of clarity. The mystery that has surrounded Edward finally has a shape. Edward confirms Bella's realization not through words alone, but by taking her deep into the forest. They arrive at a hidden meadow, bathed in light. Here, Edward reveals the truth. He explains what he is, what his family is, and how they survive by avoiding human blood. He does not romanticize his nature. Instead, he speaks of it as a burden, a constant struggle for control. Bella sees Edward in full sunlight for the first time and understands why he avoids it. His skin reflects the light unnaturally, exposing his inhuman nature. This moment is not framed as a fantasy fulfillment, but as a confrontation with reality. Bella understands that loving Edward means accepting danger, permanence, and consequences. Yet she does not retreat. After Edward reveals his true nature, Bella is introduced to the Cullen family. Unlike traditional vampire legends, the Cullens live openly among humans, maintaining a strict moral code. They survive on animal blood, referring to themselves as vegetarians, as a way to distance their lifestyle from predation. Carlisle Cullen, the family's patriarch, is a doctor who deeply values human life. He represents restraint, compassion, and the belief that instinct does not have to define identity. His wife, Esme, embodies warmth and quiet affection, treating Bella not as a threat or outsider, but as someone already belonging. The other members each reflect different responses to immortality. Alice is perceptive and intuitive, often appearing cheerful, but shaped by her visions of the future. Jasper struggles the most, constantly fighting the pull of human blood. Rosalie resents Bella's humanity, viewing mortality as something precious that Bella does not fully appreciate. Emmett provides lightness, using humor and physical confidence to cope with eternal life. Bella observes them closely, realizing that vampirism has not erased their individuality. Instead, it has magnified their personalities and conflicts. Bella and Edward's relationship deepens rapidly. Their connection is intense, built on long conversations, shared silence, and emotional honesty. Edward remains highly protective, constantly aware of the danger Bella faces simply by being near him. Edward explains that Bella's scent is uniquely appealing to him, more tempting than any other human's. This revelation introduces an ongoing tension, love balanced against restraint. Edward's affection is inseparable from risk, and he is painfully aware of it. Bella, however, refuses to see herself as fragile. She chooses knowledge over ignorance, closeness over safety. Her calm acceptance unsettles Edward, forcing him to confront emotions he has avoided for decades. Bella reconnects with Jacob Black, a friend from her childhood. Jacob is warm, open, and grounded, offering Bella a sense of familiarity that Edward cannot. Through Jacob, Bella learns more about the legends of the Quileute tribe. Jacob speaks of ancient enemies, creatures that drink blood and are cold to the touch. Though he does not fully understand the stories himself, Bella recognizes their significance. Edward becomes distant when Jacob is mentioned, revealing an unspoken history between vampires and the Quileute people. This tension hints at boundaries Bella has unknowingly crossed. The Cullens invite Bella to observe one of their unique pastimes: baseball played during thunderstorms, when the sound of thunder masks the force of their movements. The game reveals the Cullens' strength and speed in a way Bella has never seen before. The moment is lighthearted, almost joyful, until it is interrupted. 3 nomadic vampires arrive: James, Victoria, and Laurent. James immediately notices Bella. Unlike the Cullens, these vampires do not follow a moral code. James, in particular, is a tracker, driven by instinct and the thrill of pursuit. Bella's presence becomes a challenge he cannot ignore. The atmosphere shifts instantly. What was playful becomes dangerous. The Cullens realize that Bella's life is now in immediate danger. James's interest is not casual. It is focused and predatory. The family acts quickly, devising a plan to protect Bella. Edward is forced to confront his greatest fear, that his love has made Bella vulnerable. Bella is moved away from Forks, escorted by Alice and Jasper, while Edward and the others attempt to mislead James. For the first time, Bella experiences the cost of being part of Edward's world. Bella's time away from Forks is marked by anxiety and helplessness. She understands that she is the reason for the danger, yet she refuses to regret her choices. James, however, is patient and intelligent. He manipulates Bella emotionally, using her concern for her mother to lure her into a trap. Bella's decision to face James alone is not driven by recklessness, but by love and responsibility. She believes sacrificing herself is the only way to protect the people she cares about. The confrontation takes place in an abandoned ballet studio, a location tied to Bella's childhood. The setting emphasizes vulnerability and memory rather than spectacle. James reveals himself not as a monster driven by rage, but as one who enjoys control and fear. He injures Bella severely, leaving her helpless. The Cullens arrive in time to stop James, destroying him before he can finish what he started. Edward, however, faces a different struggle. Bella has been bitten. Edward must decide whether to let Bella transform or save her humanity. He chooses restraint, extracting the venom before it can spread. This act is painful for both of them, requiring immense control. It reinforces the central theme of the story. Love is not defined by instinct, but by choice. Bella survives, but the experience changes her. Bella recovers in the hospital, surrounded by half-truths and careful explanations. Charlie, unaware of the supernatural reality, remains concerned but trusting. Edward stays close, haunted by how close he came to losing Bella. The danger has passed, but the future remains uncertain. Bella's recovery is slow but steady. Physically, she heals under careful supervision, though the official explanation given to the outside world is vague and incomplete. Emotionally, however, Bella is profoundly altered. The events she endured have permanently shifted her understanding of danger, love, and choice. Edward remains close, attentive but subdued. He is burdened by guilt, convinced that Bella's suffering is a direct consequence of his presence in her life. Bella, in contrast, does not share this belief. She sees the pain as part of a path she chose knowingly. Their conversations after the incident are quieter, more deliberate. The urgency that once defined their interactions is replaced by reflection. Charlie watches Bella carefully, sensing that something about her has changed. Though he cannot articulate it, he knows his daughter is holding secrets beyond normal teenage boundaries. Bella maintains the careful balance between honesty and protection. She wants to reassure her father without revealing truths that would endanger him. This tension becomes one of the subtle emotional weights she carries. Learning that secrecy is now a permanent part of her life. Edward struggles with the implications of Bella's continued mortality. He understands that time, which means nothing to him, moves relentlessly for her. He avoids discussing the future, particularly the subject of transformation. His reluctance is not dismissive, but fearful. Edward does not want Bella to give up her humanity for him. He believes such a choice would be an irreversible loss. Bella, however, views the matter differently. She sees immortality not as a curse, but as a way to belong fully to Edward's world, to eliminate the fragility that places her constantly at risk. This difference in perspective creates a quiet but growing conflict. Bella returns to school, attempting to resume a normal routine. The familiarity of daily life feels altered, almost distant. Her classmates remain unaware of how close she came to death, how different her life now is beneath the surface. Edward continues to watch her closely, protective but restrained. Their relationship is now grounded in shared survival rather than mystery. The sense of danger has not vanished, but it has receded into the background, replaced by anticipation of what comes next. The school prom becomes a symbolic turning point. Bella does not particularly enjoy such events, but Edward insists on attending, viewing it as a rare opportunity to experience something normal together. At the prom, Bella is surrounded by music, lights, and familiar faces, yet she feels disconnected. The world she once belonged to now feels temporary, fleeting. Edward dances with her carefully, aware of her vulnerability. Their closeness highlights the contrast between their natures, one bound by time, the other untouched by it. It is during this night that Bella openly expresses her desire to be transformed. Bella asks Edward to change her, to make her a vampire so she can remain with him without fear or limitation. Her request is calm and certain. Edward refuses. His refusal is rooted in belief rather than control. He views the loss of mortality as the loss of the soul, something he cannot take from someone he loves. To him, Bella's humanity is sacred. Bella is frustrated but not angry. She understands his reasoning, even if she does not agree. This moment establishes a fundamental theme that will continue beyond this story. Love does not eliminate disagreement. Though James is gone, the awareness of danger remains. Edward understands that Bella will always attract attention in the supernatural world, simply by existing within it. This knowledge reinforces his internal struggle. Protecting Bella may ultimately require letting her go, a thought he cannot fully confront yet. Bella, on the other hand, grows more resolved. The events she survived have strengthened her sense of purpose rather than weakened it. As the school year draws toward its end, a subtle shift takes place in Bella and Edward's relationship. The urgency that once defined their connection has softened into something steadier, yet more complicated. The immediate danger has passed, but the underlying questions remain unresolved. Edward becomes more watchful, more cautious. He seems to weigh every decision, every moment of closeness, as if measuring its long-term cost. Bella notices this restraint and understands that it is not distance born of fading affection, but of fear. Edward fears the future more than the present. For Bella, time begins to feel increasingly oppressive. Ordinary milestones, graduation, aging, change, now carry a new weight. Each reminder of her mortality stands in contrast to Edward's permanence. Edward watches Bella with the awareness that she will change, while he will not. This imbalance shapes his behavior. He treasures moments while simultaneously preparing himself to lose them. Bella, however, grows more certain. Her experiences have clarified what she wants. She does not view immortality as an escape from life, but as a continuation of it alongside Edward. This difference in outlook creates a quiet tension that neither of them fully addresses. The Cullen family remains welcoming, yet cautious. Carlisle understands the weight of Bella's situation more than anyone else. He knows what it means to choose immortality and what it costs. Alice, with her glimpses of possible futures, hints that Bella's path is far from settled. Though she does not speak directly, her confidence suggests that change is inevitable. Rosalie's resentment becomes more visible. She sees Bella's desire for immortality as careless. A dismissal of the human life Rosalie herself was forced to leave behind. This conflict is not hostile, but deeply emotional. Through these interactions, Bella realizes that becoming part of Edward's world would not simply affect her relationship with him. It would redefine her place among the Cullens as well. Edward's struggle intensifies. His love for Bella is no longer in question, but his belief about what is right remains firm. He believes protecting Bella may require denying her what she wants most. This belief leads him to contemplate distance. Edward begins to consider the possibility that loving Bella might ultimately mean leaving her. The idea remains unspoken, but it shapes his behavior, making him more guarded, more reflective. Bella senses this shift, but does not yet understand its source. Bella's friendships with her classmates continue, though they feel increasingly shallow to her. Conversations about future plans, relationships, and everyday concerns seem disconnected from the reality she now inhabits. Jacob Black remains a steady presence, offering warmth and familiarity. Though unaware of the full truth, he represents the life Bella could choose if she turned away from Edward's world. This contrast reinforces the central choice Bella faces: safety and familiarity versus risk and permanence. Despite the uncertainty, Bella and Edward share moments of genuine peace. Their love is no longer built on mystery or discovery, but on mutual understanding. Edward no longer hides what he is. Bella no longer fears it. Their relationship is stripped of illusion, leaving only truth and consequence. As summer approaches, Edward becomes increasingly aware that Bella's continued proximity to him brings danger. Not only from others like James, but from the nature of the world itself. He begins to believe that the safest choice for Bella may be the one that hurts them both. This realization sets the foundation for the trials that lie ahead. As summer approaches Forks, life settles into a fragile calm. The threat that once dominated every thought fades into memory, creating the illusion that danger has passed for good. Bella resumes a routine that appears ordinary on the surface, yet her inner world has permanently changed. Edward remains constantly aware that this peace is temporary. His heightened senses never allow him to forget how vulnerable Bella truly is. Even moments of happiness are shadowed by calculation and restraint. For Bella, however, the calm reinforces her certainty. She feels that surviving danger together has strengthened their bond, not weakened it. Edward's protectiveness intensifies, though it becomes quieter and more controlled. He watches Bella carefully, not just for external threats, but for signs of how deeply she is becoming tied to his world. He avoids discussions about the future whenever possible. This avoidance is not accidental. Edward believes that encouraging Bella's hope for permanence would be selfish. Bella notices his hesitation, but interprets it as caution rather than doubt. Carlyle speaks with Edward privately, offering guidance without pressure. He understands Edward's fear, but reminds him that denying choice can be as harmful as making the wrong one. Carlyle's own transformation was shaped by circumstance, not desire. He recognizes that Bella's situation is different. She is choosing with clarity, not ignorance. Edward listens, but remains conflicted. His sense of responsibility outweighs his trust in fate. Bella becomes increasingly certain that her path lies with Edward. She reflects on her past life and realizes how disconnected she always felt, even before Forks. Her decision is not driven by fear of aging or death, but by a desire for belonging and purpose. She feels more fully herself with Edward than she ever has before. This realization strengthens her resolve rather than unsettling it. Bella's interactions with her human friends continue, but they feel increasingly distant. Conversations about college, relationships, and plans for the future no longer resonate with her. Charlie remains her emotional anchor to humanity. His quiet care and concern remind Bella of what she would leave behind if she chose immortality. This awareness does not weaken her decision, but it adds weight to it. Jacob Black remains an important presence, representing warmth, simplicity, and familiarity. His openness highlights the emotional complexity of Bella's relationship with Edward. Though Bella values Jacob deeply, she recognizes that her feelings for him are rooted in comfort rather than transformation. This contrast clarifies her heart. Edward begins to consider separation as a form of protection. He does not share this thought, but it grows steadily stronger. He believes that removing himself from Bella's life might allow her to live safely and fully as a human. This belief is painful, but to Edward, love has always meant sacrifice. In his mind, the pain of separation is temporary, while the danger of staying is permanent. This belief forms the foundation of his decision. Bella continues to trust Edward, even as his behavior grows more distant. She believes that whatever troubles him will eventually be shared. Her faith in their bond remains unshaken. She does not imagine a future where Edward chooses absence over love. This trust makes what follows more devastating. Edward resolves to leave Forks. He believes that distance will allow Bella to return to a normal human life. Edward prepares to walk away from the one thing that has given his existence meaning for decades. Neither of them fully understands what the separation will cost. At the moment when love and loss stand side by side,